The first part of the video will just be pictures of jeeping in the snow. After that, it'll be a longer section of video going over what we call the tiny mountain town loop, which is really cool in the wintertime. If you're going to jeep in the deeper snow, you need to be really smart about it. First, you need to realize that you're going to be miles away from any kind of help. Second, if the snow is deeper than the underbody of the Jeep, you're going to end up high centering, and it's very difficult to get unstuck even with a winch in that situation. And third, if you do plan on four-wheeling in the deeper snow, then you should know how to use a winch and the recovery gear that we supply with the Jeep. Bottom line, it's risky, challenging, but also really fun at the same time. Sometimes it's hard to figure out what people want to experience in a Jeep. And it really just depends on what they're used to. One person's idea of difficult, another person has a completely different idea what that is. So we have this little loop that I put together. It's something I kind of like to do, even though I'm into hardcore four-wheeling a lot of the time. Sometimes I just like to chill. And I just want to get out there and explore around in the backcountry. And I do this quite often. And I put together this little loop called the Tiny Mountain Town Loop. Now, it's nothing extreme at all. You're not going to see any heavy duty rocks out there. In fact, a lot of it is just on regular canyons, really tight, out of the way canyons that people really just don't know about. Even a lot of locals don't know about. So you kind of get out there. It's got some great stops along the way, stuff you have to do. I'm going to show you that here in this video. It's just a very chill and relaxing day where you get to see some stuff that most people don't get to see. And you get a little bit of four-wheeling in there on some flat, easy dirt roads, some on some trails with a couple of rocks, but nothing difficult at all. It's really kind of geared towards wintertime when we get a lot of snow and some of the actual, real more moderate to difficult 4x4 trails are just too snowpacked to even go on, or they might even be closed for the winter. So this is a really good option. I really like it. I like to explore out there. So check it out. Our first stop along the way is St. Catherine's Chapel on the Rock. It's a popular place to visit. In this video, it happens to be a Sunday, so people are actually attending the church. But a lot of times it's open, so you can go in and check it out. There's also a coffee shop here right in this area. They kind of have weird hours. I don't think they're open on the weekends, but this is a really cool place to see. Continuing down Highway 7, otherwise known as Peak to Peak Highway, which is a beautiful drive in itself. We stopped at the Crystal Springs in Allens Park. And it's just a local area where a lot of people get water, for their water jugs or whatever for hiking. The water is extremely good. It's free, but they do have a little donation box, so I suggest doing that. It's right across the street from the Meadow Mountain Cafe, which is our next stop for breakfast. I know, it looks like a rundown shack, but let me tell you, this place is absolutely amazing. Home-cooked breakfast. They're open from 8 to 2. The bacon is amazing. The farm fresh eggs, French toast is to die for. The food is great, and it's something you really need to check out. So if you rent a Jeep, plan to have breakfast here in Allens Park at the Meadow Mountain Cafe. Now there's only 4 tables inside. It's very, very small. It's just a really cool place. Oftentimes just locals in there, and everybody's really friendly and can give you advice and tips. It's just a great place and something you really need to experience. My favorite place to eat, period. Just a half mile down the road from the Meadow Mountain Cafe is the Ferncliff store. Now I know it's just a convenience store, but it's a small business in a very, very small area with not much traffic. I like to do business with small businesses, and this place is really unique. You can see in the video there they have a fresh deli, some other fresh foods, pizza, all your supplies you might need for the trail that day. Plus you can get gas there if you need to. Everything you need they have in there. Plus they have a little gift shop. It's just a cool locally owned place, and do business with these guys. Stop on by, say hi. They're really cool. So here we are pulling into the first 4x4 trail of the day. It's a short one. It's called Bunce School Road. It's very easy. There's going to be a little bit of snow on the road. We have a firehouse to our left, and to the right there's the historic Bunce Schoolhouse dating back to the late 1800s. Sometimes that's open, and Hilltop Guild ladies will let you in and kind of take a look around. Everything's original in there. Pretty neat. But yeah, we're going to go through this trail along 105. We're going to lock it into four-wheel low, disconnect our sway bar links so we have a smoother ride on the trail. And then we're going to connect up with 217 and pop back out on Highway 72. Sometimes in the winter, you'll have snowpack on some of the highways, even like this Highway 72 along Peak to Peak Highway. Now, the rest of the road was dry, but this north-facing slope had some snowpack. Situations like this, you want to put the vehicle in four-wheel high and take it slow and feather your brakes if you need to stop. Sometimes if I see a dirt mountain road that's a public road, I like to go in and just explore around and check it out. This is one of those. This is County Road 87 off of Overland Road, which switches from dirt to pavement in various places on the way towards Jamestown. If you're hungry, this is a cool place to stop. It's in the small mountain town of Jamestown. It's called the Merc. On this particular day, we'd already eaten, but we went inside to do a little bit of filming. It was pretty busy. It's a popular place to eat. From Jamestown, we jump into Left Hand Canyon, and then we connect up with Lick Skillet Road off to the left here, and we're going to go up this mountain road, which is going to lead us to the small little town of Gold Hill, where our destination is going to be the Gold Hill Store and Pub. Really cool place. But this mountain road, most of the time in the wintertime, you should be in four-wheel high, possibly four low. If it's really snow-packed, you want to be wary of it. So if the snow is too deep, you might want to find a different route and just continue down left-hand canyon to Highway 72, which could then connect you back to the Gold Hill Store along Gold Hill Road. But this is a really cool road to check out, and you're going to get a little bit of four-wheeling. So here we are pulling up on Main Street in the little town of Gold Hill, and we're going to go right, and we're going to check out the Gold Hill Store and Pub.
I shouldn't be wearing white and you can't afford no ring. You finally took my hand, you finally took my hand. It took a nip of gin, but you finally took my hand. You can't afford no ring, you can't afford no ring. I shouldn't be wearing white and you can't afford no ring.
We're about a mile down the road from the Gold Hill Store and Pub, and we're getting ready to turn on Trail 456 on the Switzerland Trail. So I'm going to lock into four-wheel low, disconnect my sway bar links for a smooth ride, and do the trail. A little tip for you. If you get off on this trail and you notice that the snow is pretty deep, if it's touching the bottom of your front differential, it's too deep. You don't want to do that trail. Now, Gold Hill Road that we were driving on there in the beginning, that's plowed. That dirt road is plowed, but this actual 4x4 trail is not plowed. Something else to keep in mind, if you're driving on a 4x4 trail that's snow-packed, make sure that you have trees around you that you can winch off of just in case you have any troubles. So here we are at the end of Trail 456, and we have a choice. We can go left, which is kind of steep downhill to meet up with Trail 93 on the Switzerland Trail. Or we can go to the right where it stays fairly level and connect to 93 on that side and then go out. So it really just depends on the snow depth, but if we go down this hill, which we're going to do, we're going to head on over to Mount Alto and check that out.
She better come on in my kitchen, 'cause it's going to be raining outdoors. When a woman's in trouble, everybody throws her down. You search for your good friend, none can be found. You better come on in my kitchen, 'cause it's going to be raining outdoors. Well, the woman I love stole from my best friend. Some joker got lucky, stole her back again. She better come on in my kitchen, 'cause it's going to be raining outdoors. Oh, the wind too high. Can't you hear the wind high? She better come on in my kitchen, 'cause it's going to be raining outdoors. Well, the woman I love, I crave to see. She's up the country, she won't write to me. She better come on in my kitchen, 'cause it's going to be raining outdoors. Well, I went to the mountain, far as my eyes could see. Another man got my woman, and the lonesome blues got me. She better.
In this clip, we're on Gold Lake Road, which is a county road that's plowed in the wintertime, but as you can see, there's still some snow here. And we're heading towards, and we're just a few miles away from Gold Hill Road and the Switzerland Trail. We're heading towards Trail 372 that goes along Gold Lake, which is a private lake. But I really like this trail a lot. Now, again, with this one, you have to kind of go down to get into this trail. If you see the snow is really deep, you might not want to go in there. So you want to test it first and make sure. Just get a good feel for the Jeep and how and its capabilities. But I really like this trail. It's pretty cool back in there. And your best opportunity to see moose is going to be in this area. I almost always see moose here. Unfortunately, this day we didn't, but you almost always see moose here. Awesome little section of trail. So there you have it. Now, before you freak out, I know you're about ready to throw in a damn towel once you saw those cliff edges. Don't worry, they're not that bad. Plus, you don't have to do them. That's just a little section over to Mount Alto. And while I got you, let me show you a couple of pictures and videos of some more difficult trails you can do in the summertime. We'll see you soon.